But then when I started going to, say, focus on the family's movie, music, and game review website, Pluggedin, it's pluggedin.com, which is, I don't know if they get the irony of calling it Plugged In. Don't know. So the way the reviews work is that they have kind of a summary of the plot with no commentary, and then listing out like all the swearing that's in the movie, drinking or alcohol, sex, any other evil things, positive elements they would recommend. And then they basically have like 4 paragraphs at the end that would be like a traditional review. And those reviews, a lot of times, they basically almost make it sound like they speak for themselves because they've already outlined all of the terrible stuff, quote unquote, in the movie. And so you probably, if you're a reader of Plugged In, have come to the same conclusion by the time you get to the conclusion as the reviewer has. What I'm going to do is I took paragraphs from their conclusion components. These are all horror movies. And I'm going to read the paragraphs to you, and you have to guess what movie. After you guess what movie it is, that'll be a point. We have 10 total questions. And then at the end of each question, this is not going to be for a point, but I need you to tell me if this review, once you know what the movie is, if it's a Jesus Christ, like, Jesus Christ, you fucking idiots, or an Are you fucking kidding me, which means this actually makes me angry at how bad they got this review. All right, so Peter, you're going to go first?
Hit me.
Okay. Removed movie name isn't exactly the sort of film that viewers turn to for life lessons. It's a horror movie, and while we definitely have a hero to root for, we're not so much rooting for him to make the right God-honoring decision as we are for him to, survive. But whatever important ideas this movie may be trying to illustrate, we can't lose sight of how it chooses to express itself in bloody, profane ways. Now, I realize that could probably apply to most horror movies.
Can you give like a decade or something?
It came out this year.
This year? Get Out?
Correct. And they gave it 1.5. They gave it 1.5 stars out of 5. Not all of these have star ratings.
Wait, what is 1.5 out of 5? Is that like an actual review, or is that a how family friendly?
No, that is their review. So they give all that information, and then they have the review at the end. The star rating reflects how much they like. Now, from what I could tell, they only started to give reviews about 3 or 4 years ago. But when there is a star rating, I will underline what they ended up giving it.
Oh God. Wait, what was the second one? Holy fucking God.
Is it Are You Fucking Kidding Me? Or
Are You Fucking Kidding Me? For sure, because they are missing the point.
I could spend hours on this website because it was so amazing.
You hate yourself?
Yeah, because I hate myself. But this was a great example of everything they said is like, this movie's trying to talk about race. And like the positive things were like the girlfriend standing up for him in front of the cop. And like, it's good. We should speak out against racism.
What?
That's the whole fucking movie, and they're like, at the end, like, but they just had to be gross about it. 1.5 stars. Anyway, it's gonna get way worse. We're gonna have so much stuff to talk about.
Please hit me.
All right,
oh, Lord.
You have 1 point though. Rick.
Yep. Yes.
The mere absence of sex and violence isn't a good enough reason to see a movie. Movie name is an intense, ultra-realistic scarefest designed to exploit occult imagery to generate fear. While supernatural beings and witches do exist, and a healthy fear of such is proper, using them to incite paranoia crosses the line. Add in the prolific vulgarities, and this film finds itself in the must-avoid category.
Oh, man. I thought it was The Witch, but prolific vulgarities is strange. I'm still going to go with The Witch. Maybe they have a different definition of prolific vulgarities.
It is Blair Witch. The original Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, all right.
So is that a Jesus Christ, or are you fucking kidding me?
Jesus fucking Christ, whoever the first one was.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a Jesus Christ? I think that's a Are You Fucking Kidding Me? Because this one says... this review says that witches and supernatural beings do exist, and a healthy fear of them is proper. Okay. But this movie just crosses the line in making you paranoid.
You've convinced me that I'm wrong.
I sort of understand the appeal of diving deeper into these like squeaky clean but like actually morally vile groups. Like
It's just, and it's missing the point of the movie so hard. Or, like, getting it, but then being like, yeah, but I'm gross. Kind of blew my load a little early, though, because the Blair Witch one is so funny to be like, yeah, no, witches exist and you should be scared of them. This movie, too scary. Fuck you. If witches exist, I should be way more scared than what this movie tells me. Are you kidding me? All right. Rick, or Peter, your turn. A horror movie that's profoundly disquieting in its depiction of a family's descent into soul-sapping terror. And since the director was not content to simply expose the irrationality of the day, he presents us with an even more disturbing idea. While this devout family imagines evil in their midst that doesn't exist, real evil stalks and eventually claims them. The devil truly is in the details in this dreary, demented rumination on wickedness that has no godly counter and certainly no happy ending.
Is it The Witch?
It is The Witch. They gave it 1 star. But this is one of my favorite ones, though, too, because it is like, they got the movie, like, dead to rights, and then are just like, but I wish someone came and said, well, but there's God, too. And 1 star. Like, they nailed it. They totally got what the movie was going for. They understood, whoever this particular reviewer was, these are a lot of different reviewers, but then, like, is like, but nope. Didn't care for it. These websites really are like any depiction of anything equals like enthusiastic endorsement. So anyway, so is this a Jesus Christ or are you fucking kidding?
It's a Jesus Christ.
Well, and this one really has like this has like a really salient point that I don't even know if I would have put it into as good of terms, which is like, while this devout family imagines evil in their midst that doesn't exist, real evil stalks and eventually claims them. Like, that's a really good summation of the plot. And for it to be followed with, but I would have liked to see God in there, 1 star. Rick, you were losing 2-0.
Yeah.
In the end, the rancid hand of evil prevails, and the movie tells us that's a good thing. While this back to the drawings board tale might not quite be as gruesome as some of its undead cinematic kith, it surely makes darkness and deadliness look good. Cool.
Huh. I don't know. Rosemary's Baby?
Dracula Untold.
I never would have thought of that. I didn't know anybody thought of that.
This is why they gave it 2 stars, so better than The Witch and It Follows, if you're keeping track. Or, sorry, spoiler. Better than The Witch and Get Out. That's what I get for trying to skip ahead. The other reason why I really like their website is because their reviews are different. Like, there's the I get the movie, but I wish there was God there. It was the totally I missed the point of the movie. And then, like, the kind of I'm a sarcastic asshole about this. So, they really have all sides of bad reviews going for them. Rick, is this a Jesus Christ? Or are you fucking kidding?
Oh, I actually don't know the film, so I'm not sure the best way to answer that.
Never seen
I guess
it
I'm just going to go with Jesus Christ. It just seems annoying, but that's all I got.
Yeah, I think that's fair. All right,
Rick, you weren't one of the legendary Gang of 4, the 4 people that saw Dracula Untold.
Do they call them the Gang of 4, like the band? Or the Revolutionary Syndicate?
Yes. Yeah. They're the real Gang of 4.
Cool. Yeah, because that's
they wrote Solid
like a cynical...
Gold?
Yeah. Gang of 4 is pretty cool, actually. Pretty good band.
I love Gang of 4.
Yeah. It's a good band, too.
Peter, 2-0. You're winning. You're fifth for the 5th question. Then there's the issue of directors' names desire to, as he says, quote unquote, go there with this film. It's difficult for me to combine the words children's horror, but that's what movie name callously does. I don't think going there, whether it's the macabre melodrama, casual acceptance of witchcraft, or haunted house violence, or fat suit nudity is ever a great idea, let alone when there are 8-year-olds around.
Oh my god, this is a good one. Fat suit nudity.
Fat suit
horror.
Fat suit nudity.
Fat suit nudity. That's going to be the name of my punk band.
Yeah,
I've seen this movie more than once, and I don't remember any fat suit nudity. But this person wrote that shit down.
So that's a red herring.
It's probably in the movie, but only a true psychopath would notice it enough to put it in the review.
Can I get a decade again?
No, you're ahead by 2.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you what. Every movie, the earliest one was the Blair Witch Project.
Ah.
Okay.
Good.
Oh, okay. Children's horror. Whatever. Monster House.
Coraline.
There we go. So I was in the right neighborhood.
Do you remember? Yeah, Do you remember Fat Suit Nudity? I don't.
Fat Suit Nudity is a real what is it? Red herring, because it leads you to believe that this is a live action movie.
Yeah.
It's not.
I don't know that the reviewer knew that. I like to think that for some of these reviewers, this is the first movie they've ever seen.
Yeah,
don't care for any of this.
It reads like it's the first movie they've ever seen. Absolutely.
He says he wants to go there. Well, I don't think it's cool to go there. That's basically
what? It's an awesome kids
This
movie.
is making me. I'm actually feeling viscerally.
You should. Well, I mean, she says it's difficult for me to combine the words children's horror. Like, the concept is like, it makes me sick.
Has she never heard of a campfire?
Yeah.
Like that is what my childhood, my best childhood memories, no joke, were telling ghost stories when we were like in somebody's backyard around a campfire, or in somebody's like clubhouse, like telling a scary story, or watching a movie that we were like a little too young to watch, like a scary movie. Like that is like my
that was a big.
So that's really weird.
So Peter, what you're saying is you were never afraid to go there.
I was never afraid to go there at all.
I should be clear. Anytime I'm trying to like enunciate stuff or pronounce things certain ways, it's because they use a ton of quotation marks, a ton of italics, a ton of hyphens. They really want to let you know that they are disgusted.
No.
Yeah.
Is this person just like writing these reviews with their nose turned up at this filth?
It's not the same person. So this is not me editorializing their tone. Their tone is very present in these reviews.
All right. Let's go.
Rick.
Yes.
Number 6.
Okay. So
the movie wants us to see blank. The movie wants us to see main character's name as a pretty and vulnerable heroine. But if this young woman encouraged guys to stand on train tracks and wait for the 910 Express to hit them, would we feel as sympathetic? Yet that's essentially what she's doing every time she seduces someone. Yay, main character's name. Way to doom all of your amoral male friends.
It follows.
Correct.
I hate this whole thing. It's just making me so mad.
All right, so is this a Jesus Christ? Or this is one where someone I don't even think was paying attention to half the movie.
Yeah, no, this is absolutely whatever the second option is. Like, go fuck yourself, take this and shove it up your butthole. I don't,
Yeah, that's the secret third option.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ugh.
Peter, question 7, 2-1, anyone's game. It is artistically not a bad movie. As satire, it has purpose, but neither wit nor heart can rescue this thing from the fact that it's operating in a moral vacuum. It is not that this is one of those films that leaves me feeling particularly horrified, appalled that a culture could craft such a thing. Perhaps that because the film satirizes the very thing it mimics. Perhaps it's because these days it has so many compatriots it becomes hard to sort out one from the other.
Cabin in the Woods?
Correct.
Yeah, good call.
Wow.
Good call.
The satirizes the very thing it depicts thing. I was like, okay.
It's so lazy, right? Isn't that like the laziest thing? It's like,
it's a lazy one.
This is the kind of thing it thinks it's being smart, but really it's engaging in the exact dynamic that it purports to satirize. It's like it's on a template. You can just insert that in your review.
Here's the line, though. Here's the line that I think that's worth unpacking, because this is. I feel like there was a twist. There was a mini twist in this review. You may have missed it, where it says, "It's not that this is one of those films that leaves me particularly horrified." So you would think, oh, because you didn't find the movie scary, that's what you would be horrified by. And then the hyphen says, appalled that a culture could craft such a thing. So what the reviewer is talking about is that this movie did not make him horrified in the sense that the movie was offending him.
Yeah, right.
That's what he means by horrified when watching a horror movie, not what the rest of us mean.
Yeah, so horror movies in general are about manners of generating offense. That's it.
Why the fuck? Yeah, why are you fucking watching these if you're just like...
get out of the theater.
In this person's defense, We are literally mining a Christian asshole website for outrage.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for humor. I didn't know that this was going to set Rick like 3 years back on his rehab.
Oh, God.
Rick is going to go in and smash some TVs in a mega church tomorrow.
Yeah.
Rick's want to step into the rage cage?
I live in Berkeley. Are there a lot of mega churches here? Because I haven't seen them. If there is one, I'm going to take it out.
All right, Rick.
Sure.
3-1. But is director's name ignoring the irony of what he's doing, turning tragedy into a joke? Because the latest massacre takes place in a fictional town, far removed from our real-life Columbine or Omaha. That's supposed to make it okay? But why? Why is it acceptable for 8-year-olds to dress up like monsters on Halloween, but not Dylan Klebold? How can we cry over a massacre in Brazil or in the Netherlands, then laugh when we watch someone get stabbed in the head on a movie screen?
Huh.
So this one, let's just underline what this one's saying for. What is the difference between someone watching a movie and laughing and praising someone who goes and kills children in Columbine or other places?
That's a great moral equivalence. I think that's a really good point. This person
you guys are going to especially
reviews.
fucking laugh what this movie is talking about.
Yeah, I'm kind of drawing a blank. I want to say it's like, we have to talk about Kevin or whatever that movie is, or some other like disturbed kid thing, but I think it's probably something bizarre. So I have no idea.
Scream 4.
What?
All right.
Oh my God! What? So one.
So just to be clear, this is a "Are you fucking kidding me?" Right?
Yeah. No, it's an "Are you fucking kidding me?" And
yes.
At least in large part because by the fourth entry in the Scream series, you would think they would just get used to it. You know what I mean? Or not even bother to review it would be my suggestion. If I were a sociopath who worked or focused on the family, I'd be like, you know what?
Yeah, and it was such a nothing of a movie to be like, watching this is basically the same thing as supporting massacres.
Oh my God.
So, Peter, your last one, 3-1. There are moments when movies' name is a fun, if extremely shallow and implausible popcorn flick. And as PG-13 action horror movies go, it throttles back on objectionable content. But the abuse of God's name will be enough to earn it a thumbs down in many homes. What's your guess?
Is this a horror movie?
It's definitely more action horror. It has some horrific elements. PG-13.
Hey, okay. I don't know, Twilight?
No, and the reason I included this is that when you know what they're talking about by the abuse of God's name will be enough to earn it thumbs down, you would think it was God's name in vain. It is not, because the movie is Godzilla 1998.
Oh boy.
Oh, I hate how those Godzilla movies are always putting down religion. That's the ultimate missing the point.
Yeah,
he's a kind of god, a Zilla kind of god.
Not my house. He's not.
Yeah,
Rick, it's the last one.
Yes,
you can't win.
I know,
but let's try to go for some.
No, I'm going to see it through to the end.
Make this one worth 100 points.
Sure, it's worth 100 points.
Great.
The anthropomorphic portrayal of Satan as a player in these events brilliantly pulls the proceedings into the supernatural realm. The film is rated R, and families should never undertake its viewing lightly or without spiritual or emotional preparation. However, unlike films with lesser ratings that exploit brutality, it doesn't at all glamorize maliciousness and murder. Indeed, it is disturbing for all of the right reasons.
Is it What Women Want?
Yeah, my favorite part of What Women Want is the anthropomorphic portrayal of Satan.
I wanted it to be Left Behind, but I don't think it's Left Behind because there's also not that.
Well, let's brainstorm the last one. This is a positive review. It is definitely the goriest movie on here. They justify all of the violence in this movie, unlike all the other ones where even the slightest thing. They had problems with it. They didn't, even if they agreed with the message, they had problems with it.
It exalts God. The violence exalts God.
This one, they have found every fucking reason in the book to make this one okay. What do you think it is? It is, of course, the Passion of the Christ.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Wait, whoa. Is there an anthropomorphic Satan in that other than the Jews?
They did. If you think they had a paragraph, if you don't think they had a paragraph addressing that, you'd be wrong.
Because I only remember the really horrifying depictions of Jewish people as being borderline satanic. I do not remember an actual Satan, just a light Satan.
So hold on, I'm going to. I don't remember it either. But unlike some people. The reason I wanted to include this as the last one is, of course, after hearing 9 reviews of them chastise and judge, it's amazing how much they're like, but talk about it with your family, but this is horrible torture porn for the right reasons.
Given that I already lost, right? It was 3-1 at that question. Can we close it out on 3-2 because I still got Mel Gibson right?